how's it going? My name's Mike and I'm here to show you my van. The van that I live in and the van that I call a permanent home. It's a 2014 Dodge Grand Caravan. I call it Kitt. I want to just quickly talk about the name Kitt for the van and what that means. So a lot of people think it's a throwback to the 80s show Knight Rider, and it partially is. The van Kitt has three meanings to me, that being one of them. Kit also means it's just like a kit. The whole van is just a traveling kit of mine. But the actual meaning of Kitt, the name, is named after a cat that we had when we were young. When we were youngsters, we had many cats, but one of them that I really liked was named Kitt. He was a jet black little cat, very, very special little guy, big personality. I just loved him. I'll always remember Kitt the cat, and this van is named after Kitt the cat. So that's where the name comes from. This home is kind of a modular design. What I did was I made everything in here either come out or be able to be moved around or portable. So we'll start right off with the sink. This is my sink and my stove. It's essentially just a 5-sided plywood box, heavy construction, 3/4 inch. This is a 10-liter jug, a faucet that is USB powered and rechargeable. I dump the water out per use. That's why the sink is just sitting in there. So this water jug, I have 3 on board, and I carry all 3 of them behind my little wall unit there. We'll get to that in a minute. But essentially this is my sink and stove. Underneath here is a 2-burner jet boil stove. I just love it. It's much better than the Coleman that I had. This one's a lot more flexible. You can set it on smaller tables and use 1 burner, kind of like this. It also folds like in half, and I think the purpose is kind of portability and backpacker type thing. But it works perfect because I think it's only about 3 or 4 inches tall and it fits in here. This is the fuel for it, a little propane 1-pound thing, and dish soap for when I'm doing my dishes, and a cutting board. That's the whole sink. We'll just chuck it out the house for a minute. Okay, so I'll just take this window covering off to show you what it's made out of and to let some light in. It's black heavy denim on one side, and it's Reflectix on the other side. It's just Gorilla taped together. But what this does is it adds a small level of insulation. It gives me a full blackout effect on the outside to the inside, and they're also symmetrical and reversible from side to side. So in the winter months I'll black it out, and in the summer months I'll switch this to the other side, which is identical, and it'll be silver facing out, and it reflects the sun, keeps me cooler in the summer. They work really good. That also works for the same 2 back windows that are slightly smaller. They're also reversible, silver and black. So there's all 5 window coverings, and I hold them in with paint sticks with a little sharpened edge on one edge, and these things friction fit into your windows. I don't know if you can see it from out there, but pretty much just like that, and they hold in the window coverings. My older sister gave me that idea. Works great. Refrigerator is a 12-volt refrigerator. It's plugged in half to 3/4 time depending on what I'm doing in my life. It's nothing fancy, but it keeps food really cold. Underneath the fridge is a large hidden compartment where I keep my gym bag. My gym bag is for the gym and for the shower and restroom facilities that I have 24-hour access to nationwide. Down here also is just clean towels and dirty laundry. Just a big huge compartment where there used to be a seat. And yeah, so this is all my couch and bed setup. This is what I call the coffee table. This slides around or it gets pinned down with steel pins. So yeah, this coffee table slash couch thing It pops out the floor. It's very flexible. And what I do here is I store t-shirts. There's a duffel bag of t-shirts that's in here. I can just flip it up on its back and just grab all of my t-shirts in here. And I think it's an extension cord in this bag. Nothing much, but it's very useful. So that would be clothing storage. Under this part, another flexible mobile box is pretty much the same thing, but not with shirts. This one is pants and shorts related, and that's everything. And back there is a couple sweaters and an extension cord as well. The extension cord is for when I'm plugging into shore power. On this side is kind of just a big cabinetry that stores dishes, some food, odds and ends, cleaning, dishes, stuff, measuring cups, spoons and forks. And so this is all dishes. This down here would be food, and taller things like syrup and fluids that I would like to stand upright go down here, and a plate and a bowl. So that's like that. And this thing is also modular. It pops out. I'm probably not going to do that today because I'd have to empty it off. But this thing comes out with a straight up lift. It goes into the floor, that's false floor, and it also goes into cup holders that's at the back. I've cut custom made circular wooden things that fit like a cup into the cup holders that are attached to these, and they keep it extremely secure to the van and, you know, completely immovable. So you have to empty this thing out. You got to be quite strong to lift it out. But yeah, it comes right out, one piece. Same with this. I want to explain just a little bit more what's happening. All this stuff, my coffee. I cut two coffee cup holders where I keep my coffee. This is a tray that pops right out. These come with every Milwaukee pack out, so they're replaceable. And if I needed to bring stuff somewhere, I mean, I could do that. But I just like that it's a deep tray. I can keep dishes or other glasses and coffees, water jugs, whatever. And it fits nice in there. And that's also where I keep my light switch to turn on and off my LEDs. So that's all that. And the front of this has this thing that pops out. It's held on by magnets. This was actually just the cutout. I didn't have it in the original design. This is supposed to be open concept. It worked good for a little while, a month or so. And then I found this kind of in the scrap pile, which is the cutout from it. And I decided I would kind of clean it up. So I use it in there with the magnets. I also use this. It doubles as a shelf that I can stick up and in here. And at night I put my laptop on it when my bed's all made, and I can watch a movie kind of up high here. And yeah, I find that it cleans it up down there really nicely. So I just want to explain this cabinetry here. I'm going to tear it all down, and I'm going to take everything off, and I'm going to show you how it works because it's easier to operate than that one, a lot lighter and faster. But this is essentially a small version of this, so we'll tear it down now. Alright, so it comes out without tools or without hardware. The idea was to have it just sitting in here under its own weight. Pops right out. On the bottom of it, you'll see that it's just kind of connected with some wires right now, but the bottom of it has these custom shapes adhered to it, a circle one and a rectangle one. And against the wall, you see a circle cup holder and a rectangle compartment, and those are the same shapes as these. So, like I say, under its own weight, it just sits in here. There. So that's how it sits in the cup holder, in the compartment holder, and it ain't going nowhere. It's attached to the van with no tools, no hardware. So I'll throw it all back together, and the other side is just a heavier version of that with, I think, actual 2 cup holders and a more sturdier build. This is a 1 liter jet boil stove. This thing just makes a liter of coffee every morning for me. Works really good, really fast. I think 3 minutes. It boils a liter of water, and I just keep the whole damn thing right there. Okay, so this is the whole bed. Like I say, this is the coffee table that I use for eating and cooking and all that. This bed folds in and together to make a long, skinny couch. And that becomes the coffee table. So I'll kind of just spread it wide open here and show you what the bed looks like. This is just a strong leg with a seat in it for this end of the bed. It comes right out to here and maxes out in width. The middle part of the bed does the exact same thing. The feet are actually built onto it, so it just pulls out like that. So this is kind of the full width of the bed. This thing is easy to operate in and out, similar to this one, but the legs are built into this middle piece. And I'll go to the front and I'll show you what I'm doing. This just goes here. That coffee table makes the last portion of the bed. So the bed, I think, is 33 inches wide by 74 inches long, which is about my height. And so that's the whole bed frame. Everything comes out. These are 2 separate boxes, and then the rest of the bed is 1 separate folding thing. And yeah, we'll take it apart. So this is how I would sleep on any given night, and I just throw a big heavy blanket on it and it creates a big mattress, I guess. 3-part mattress that turns into a 3-part couch. So more about the bed. It flips up and kind of stores like that. Behind the bed or under it is a battery bank and my inverter. But yeah, down here is a lot of power. This is 103 amp hours of storage and 4,000 watt inverter. Way more than I need, but I think it was on a good price. And then same thing, it all folds back down. And I am yeah, actually let's pop the bed right out. That's 2/3 of the bed. And there you go. That box can also come out. Everything can come out. So that includes the floor as well. The floor comes out and it can be cleaned. You can shampoo the carpets and do a really thorough cleaning of the van if you were to say want to sell it, or just deep clean everything, you know, spring cleaning and stuff. So yeah, also the plywood floor, you can't tell it right now, but if you look, it's a wide piece up at the front, about 66 inches across from door to door, and then this piece is about 30 inches north to south. If you do the math, 30 and 66 is 96 inches. That's 1 sheet of plywood. So 1 sheet of plywood did the whole floor, just orientated correctly. That's how the bed works in reverse. So this whole pantry for food is also mobile and modular. It comes right out. But what I do is fit it for right behind the driver's seat, which is where it was actually built for. It's a perfect fit and a perfect angle for the maxed out seating position for a tall driver like myself. So that would come back, this would all come back, and so on and so forth. And then, so this is where it was first situated, and it was originally a dresser. I switched all my clothes to underneath like I was showing you, and I made it into a food pantry. It seems to work better for me. And this is just where it sits for what I'm going to do now. Down here, I decided to have a legal second seat because I took out the passenger seat to make room for all of the furnishings, and underneath here is a full seat and the headrest and a seat belt for a passenger legally, so they don't get in no trouble. And then underneath, what I would do is put one of those panels down there, and then the floor back on so it's comfortable for the person sitting here. So this person's got their full seat. It's beautiful. All right, so this will be full travel mode for a passenger. I'll sit up there, passenger sits here legally. That's my little dresser with my t-shirts standing upright in the back basement here. Fans and blowers, tables and odds and ends. The sink slid right back, and the fridge in between the sink and the passenger. Up on the roof, we've got a 100-watt solar panel, and it's permanently adhered here with some marine glue. It's not going nowhere, and it works really good. Right here is a large cargo carrier. Don't know much about it. It's durable, it's good brand. I really like it. It opens from both sides, so if I need to get at stuff from the other side, I can.
And then on the other side, put another one.
This side, I've got my double rifle carrier, the Vault. It's a big rugged looking box thing. I just love it. There's no rifles in it. It's actually just for my shoes. And it's held on by a ironing board that I bought at Value Village for $7. I really like how it looks because it's kind of rugged looking, kind of offsets the sleek look of that one. I think they complement each other well. It wouldn't be a complete tour without me showing my central vac. In here is a M18 battery powered wet dry shop vac essentially, but it's really powerful. It works for you know, if you spill food or whatever, or just household cleaning. But this hose is a 6-foot stretchy hose. It goes all the way to the back of the floor. Not quite to the very back of the inside of the van, but very close. So I can clean, you know, 90% of the house with this, or the attachments that come with it. So that's another favorite part of my van, and it just stays right there. A really thorough walkthrough of the van, and you got a general idea of how it is made and how it moves and what happens to it and how I live in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a more thorough video on each part of the van, and break it down, dissect each part for you so you know how it's made, what it's made out of, so on and so forth, as it grows and as I get you know, a little bit closer to the finished product. You know, I still need some things, paint job and this and that. And obviously I missed many things in the van, but we're going to get to all of that in the upcoming videos. So again, thanks for being here. If you like it, feel free to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.